in the context of the research Cambio tecnológico e instituciones colectivas, transformaciones y adaptaciones en las fuentes laborales, you and your colleagues argue that in a changing and disruptive scenario, such as that of the technological transformations we are experiencing, it's necessary to rethink the function of the sources of labor law. Do you think that technological transformations also influence the way of carrying out research? And if so, what do you think the role of the researcher could be in these transformations?
Okay, that's a very good question indeed. I would fairly say that sources of law, of course, is one of the key issues in labor law, and I would say any kind of discipline relative to law. Directly, maybe the ICT technologies don't really change a lot, but their influence in the globalization process is huge. And globalization has a really deep impact in the sources of law. Why? Because somehow it breaks the correspondence between sovereignty, the territory, and the law. So we do have some kind of phenomena like free industrial economic areas, or the result of the thousands, because they are really thousands of treaties relative to investment and commerce, international treaties that have a really enormous impact and, in my opinion, have been changing the way of understanding the sources of law in such a manner we probably haven't have known before. I think that with these transformations, the role of the researchers don't really change. In my opinion, the role we have to play, and it's been always like this way, is to somehow try to find out what a kind of scientific truth is, what is best for society, what is the way to achieve social justice. So there are many transformations going around our reality nowadays, but it only implies that we have to know the means, we have to know which these transformations are, how is our, for saying, real reality. We cannot be speaking about something is an existence, is our only and personal vision of anything that has nothing to do with the reality. I was thinking about because this issue is really very connected with the high-level panel that took place yesterday. And after this panel, I had the opportunity to talk briefly with Professor Manfred Weiss, and I told him that, in my opinion, a researcher or a master is a student in nature. I mean, a scholar is, in my opinion, a good student, and a master is a brilliant, outstanding student. So we should have to learn each other, as always have been.
With the resolution of the 21 January 2021, the European Parliament invited the Commission to present a proposal for a directive on minimum standards and conditions to guarantee workers an effective right to disconnect, defining it a fundamental right of the person at work in digital age. Where do we stand right now, in your view, on the path towards a European right to disconnect? And what you suggest to governments of the nation?
We are on our way, I think, to pass a legislation, a directive relative to the right to digital disconnection. That's, I would say, for sure. But as you know, unfortunately, some events have emerged, a new reality, and I think I have this sensation, this feeling that we are going to come back to resilience and to be focused on the unemployment issue. That for sure will be the key labor law element for these years to come, in my opinion. So anyway, as you know, the ordinary legislative procedure in the EU is really complex. There are or can be several readings in either both the European Parliament as well as in the Council with an eventual conciliation committee. I don't know if the way we have already done is longer, probably not, than the way we already have to walk along. But I think that probably we are going to know this directive. What the EU member states should have done in relation with the right to digital disconnection. I think three simple ideas. First, I think that the states as individuals have to be balanced. I mean, have to protect the right to digital disconnection, but at the same time, this is not a kind of magical remedy. There is no balsamo de fieras. So we need to keep doing something else apart from that. On the other hand, I think that, the states must regulate this right. How? Giving the collective autonomy, in my opinion, a leading and clear role. And the third and last idea, I think that all the workers must be covered by this regulation. I think it can be by amendments in general provisions, legal provisions of the law. This, in my opinion, may be a better way. It could be by a specific act or regulation related to the right to digital disconnection. But in any case, it should cover all the workers. And secondly, I think that we have forgotten the importance of health and safety at the workplace. Usually there's no legal provision related to the role of the specialized representation of the workers and the reference that the European Parliament resolution made in relation with the Health and Safety Committee, which is a participative body, something different, is not sufficient. You are very welcome.